Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing the Coffee Lovers login tutorial. So I'm on my CyberStart game VM right now with a Linux terminal, but that's fine if you don't have it because we're also going to do it with repl. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type ls to figure out where my file is. So I know when I saved it in desktop and tutorials. So I'm going to cd into desktop first. Then I'm going to ls to see what's inside. And I see I have a folder named tutorials. So I'm going to go in there with cd. And by the way, I'm pressing the tab key to make it autofill. And then now I'm in tutorials and I once again use ls to determine what is inside. So there you go. That's the Coffee Lovers login. That's the program we're going to run. So before you run the program, it's not going to let you run the program and it's going to say something like, oh, permission denied. So what we have to do is use chmod plus X to make the computer allow the program to run. If you want more information on that, you can always Google. So I'm giving the computer permission to run using chmod. And remember, you only have to do this the first time you run a program. All right, so now to run a program, we're going to do period / and then the program name. So great, so now we have the program running. So it tells you that the username is Starbucks heart, and now we have to somehow log in. Now if I just type in something random, it's going to say wrong password, right? All right, so I'm going to press the up arrow key to select my previous input, and then I'm going to run it again. So this is something called buffer overflow, and if you need more resources on that, there's a pretty good explanation on the write-up portion, so it's not in this video. But yeah, so since the buffer is 15 bytes, I can overflow it by adding basically any value greater than 15. So I can just smash my keyboard and look at that. So we get our flag and it says segmentation fault. What happens during segmentation fault is part of the memory in the program is overwritten. And once again, for more information on that, you can go back to the write-up and read that. So now we have the flag. Awesome. All right, so this is the repl portion in case you don't have a VM successfully installed. So when you go to repl, you should be able to open a new program with the language bash. And I have a link on the write-up so that you can click so you can get here quickly. So the first thing we're going to do is upload the file. Now I already have the file uploaded, but all you have to do is click the 3 dots here, click upload file, and select the Coffee Lovers login program from your system. So now that I have the program uploaded, I'm going to do the same things I would do if I had a Linux terminal. So the first thing I'm going to do is ls to determine what things are in my directory. So I see that I have the Coffee Lovers login. And as usual, you have to use chmod. Now I'm going to show you what happens if you don't do chmod. So // to run the program, and then co coffee, and then I'm going to press tab to autocomplete. Actually, never mind, it doesn't work on this terminal. So I'm just going to have to type the entire program and see, look what it does. It says bash says the program, I'm running the program, permission denied. So what we're going to do to fix that is to tell the program that you're allowed to run this. This isn't a dangerous program. So we do chmod plus X Coffee Lovers login. So now we've changed the permissions. So the computer can run, read, and write on it. So let's run it again. Okay, so now this is the same process as the one in the Linux terminal. And in case you didn't watch that part, I'll explain again. So if I just type in some random characters, this is what I get, wrong password, right? So we have to find the right password, but we're not trying to guess it. So I'm gonna press the up arrow to select the program, the previous command I had. And now I'm going to overflow the buffer. And since the buffer is 15 bytes long, I can put in any length greater than 15 to overwrite the memory to spill the coffee. So I'm gonna spam my keyboard, and that's great. We get the flag, and it says segmentation fault, meaning that we were successfully able to overflow the buffer. And once again, for more information, check the write-up for a more detailed explanation. All right, guys, this is the last part of the tutorial. This is the second solution that you could have used to crack this challenge. So you can't use this way in the REPL terminal because it does not have the specific command installed. So the command I'm talking about is strings. I'm just going to type that in. If you type in a command, it'll tell you what you need. So I have strings, and the way to use strings is you type in strings, of course, and then you put in the file you want the strings of. So I'm just going to put in coffee lovers login and tab to autocomplete. So now we get all of this stuff. And what I find here is something very useful. And the first thing I see is a flag, so that's pretty important. And then I also see this string. And this string is actually the password of the program, the password. So now this is just another way to do it. A more detailed explanation of what strings does is it prints out the readable ASCII characters in the program. So it won't print out all the strange hex characters that are not something you could type on your keyboard. So basically what it's printing out is anything you can type on your keyboard. All right, that's it. So feel free to ping us on Discord if you have any questions.